Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's Matt with Green Bar Trading. I'm making this video right after I went for a run. And you might be saying, why would you do this video when you're out of breath, you're sweating, and you need a shower? It's because I just ran for about a half an hour. I like to exercise at least every other day. Get some cardio in. It's great for the day trading brain. So anyway, I'm on a 30-minute run. And while I'm on that run, I'm thinking a lot about what I want to say in my video. And it's just overall a good time to make it when you just exercise and your mind is clear. So give me a second, drink break. So I'm going to get into all my trades. I think about 30 trades or so. Most of my damage was done in the pre-market. This is where I saw some really nice setups, and that's where I took the trades. So before I get into sharing that, this channel, right, as we get to 1,000 here, and by the way, we're so close. If anybody wants to tell some friends, maybe, share the channel with anybody, then we could, blow through 1,000 and then continue on. And I do appreciate everybody hitting the thumbs up, obviously. But this channel is documenting a part-time day trader, right? You guys all know I have another business. Now, whilst I'm trading almost every single day, and I'm certainly making videos every day, and I'm in Discord every single day, on Twitter, just putting my levels, the most important things to look at. I'm putting 10 hours a day into this channel, into this business, the studying, everything that goes along with it. But I also have a full-time business that I'm also working. So the channel is all about consistency, right? You might see other channels, traders that are trading full-time. Now, eventually, that's what I'm going to be doing, is trading full-time. But you see other channels with, $8,000 days, $10,000 days. We all know Russ Warrior Trading, 20, 30, 40, even over $100,000 days. That is the 0.00001% of day traders that are successful. Now, you guys all know to take profit out of the market, it's well documented. Day trading is very rare. So you guys are watching a channel, part-time trading, but trading almost every day where I'm consistently profitable. And I think that's the point of this whole channel. It's education, right? I try to teach as I go over my trades, teaching when I get in, when I get out, and how I remain consistently profitable, keeping my risk very, very low. Trading part-time, you're not going to see huge days from me, and you're not going to see huge losses from me. You're going to see a consistent uptrend with occasional drawdowns, right? You guys see I have a red day probably every 7 days or 7 trading days, which is about a week and a half. I'll have a big red day. Now, my red days are sometimes bigger than my green days, but as long as you're consistently profitable at the end of each week, month, whatever you want to say, that's the bottom line. So the channel, education, consistency. If you want bigger gains, just go bigger with your share size. If you're consistently profitable, go bigger with your share size. If I was full-time, that's 1,000% what I would be doing. I told everybody that once I saw the momentum come back, I wasn't going to be trading, small anymore. I was going to be going back to 500 shares, 1,000 shares in some instances, which today, one of my bigger trades was on 500 shares in the pre-market. And I'm going to go over all of that with you, including, how I do some of my technical analysis while on the 1-minute chart while looking at level 2 and doing it in real time before I take certain trades. So, you know, technical analysis that other traders will be looking at. So here we go. Sharing the screen and sharing the moneymaker. A very, very good day for me. Now, this is where it gets kind of funny because I wanted that 200 level really bad, but I said to myself, the more you trade, especially getting into almost the afternoon, it wasn't quite the afternoon yet. I don't ever like to trade after 11 a.m. It's just my strategy, trading the momentum stocks, trading the price action and the heavy volume is all done in the first hour. So after that is really kind of, you know, you could get chopped up. So $198, we couldn't quite break 200, but it's fine. And one thing I think I've told you guys all, when I make these videos, I have to open up my platform. Now, it's very hard, and almost every day trader can attest to this, is not taking a trade. So like when I see a chart, because I'm going to have to go over my trades with you guys, when I see a chart, it's very, very hard to sit on my hands if I see a setup happening. So that's what I'm also working on, is just cutting the afternoon totally out, which I've done an amazing job at so far. And that's just one of the rules. You know, everybody's got to make rules for themselves and follow them, not just make them, but follow them. You will break them. It will happen, but just follow your rules. So anyway, let's see, 42 orders. So what is that, 21 trades? Okay, so about 20, 21 trades, depending if I bought or whatever 2 times, which I don't. And that's another thing, I don't average down. So if you average down, especially on momentum stocks, you are destined to get your account crushed. So don't average down until you might be really comfortable. Like some traders are able to do that and buy dips to try to get back to even and then make a profit. I don't recommend doing that. If you're in at, let's say, $4, and I know that you would obviously stop out before this, but just for the money part of it, you buy 500 shares at $2, let's say. It drops to $1, you buy another 500 shares. Your average is $1.50, right? And let's say it drops every 10 cents. You're now down another 100, 100, 100. 30 cents is another $300. I don't recommend averaging down, especially on momentum stocks. Just, it's not good for risk management. So what are we going to look at first? These are the gains, some small ones here. BLIN 15. OSAT, those two were kind of leading gappers in the morning, and DPW started to inch up the gap scan that I noticed. I've traded it before. It's a former runner. I know how the stock trades. I felt very comfortable taking bigger size with DPW, and that's where most of today's win came from. But let's just start on OSAT, I guess. Let's see. First of all, let's take a look at the SPY. So it looks like it broke through this level. Let me pull this up on. All right, so this is the trading day. You guys can see these levels that I make, and I post them every morning, Discord, every morning, Twitter. Look at this level right here, this 437.48. Do you think it's just coincidence that it banged here and then support here? So once something breaks, it then turns into support in a strong market. It retested again here and held. But when something breaks and it retests and then it retests again kind of quickly, I'm not saying that it has to you know, break to the downside. But you kind of just want to see it now move up and away from this level. I don't like that it's still at this level. You know, that doesn't mean that it's going to go down or up. It just means that these levels, and you can see here, this level here got some good buying off of in the pre-market at around 9 a.m. So just watch these levels. You know, they're not accurate to the penny, but more often than not, you're going to see a lot of business done around these levels. So let's start with OSAT. I don't remember when I traded this, so bear. Wow. Okay, I traded this a lot. 800. Let's see if I can zoom in on anything in particular that I was looking at. All right, so right here at 7 a.m., the volume was popping on it. I got in here at 960 and took a quick $21 win. Okay, right here, got in at 985, took a $21 win here. Okay, that's, what is that? 70, 80, 81, 42, roughly, if I'm doing my math right. And should I have stopped there? Maybe, maybe not. And I'm going to show you guys right here where I got destroyed by a false breakout. We all get caught in these occasionally. They happen, and you hate to see it when it does happen. So this stock was moving really, really nicely. I waited for the pullback. It started to regain. It regained the 9, and it was still over VWAP, but it just wasn't enough to continue this move higher. So if I just back out of this for a second, bear with me. On this candle right here, I was waiting for the break of this level here at about 1150. We got the break and then it dumped. So I bought at 1152. Once we get over $0.50, I like to get in with a stop just under it. Unfortunately, this thing just went totally against me and I had to be stopped out and basically gave back not all of my profits, but almost all of my profits on this candle. So this is a false breakout where you have a candle here breaking a new consolidation for, you know, a candle to make a new high. It just totally dumped and had to get stopped out. Got back in here, you know, just watching level 2. This thing was bouncing around. I knew that I could just, you know, try to get a $10 bill back. And that's all I did right here. I got a $10 bill back and ended at 1163. So that was OSAT. I traded it good to start. I should have probably just stopped there, but I didn't, which do we ever? So now BLIN. This is a beautiful flag pattern. Okay. At 8:30 is when news came out. Anytime a former runner, BLIN, if you guys were watching from last week, BLIN was one that was day traded pretty heavily. So anytime you have a fresh catalyst on a former runner that has pulled back from where it went, you can expect a lot of day traders to jump in. And that's what I did here. 50 share scalp here, 50 share scalp here for $15.56. I was trading this because it was so extended with less share size. I'm always going to be managing risk. I'm always going to be managing my capital preservation. It's the key to day trading. Now, what I did was I had drawn a trend line here and a trend line here. If you guys look at what this will look like, if we take that all the way down, whoops, to the start of the move, this is a flag. This is what you call a bull flag. These are extremely popular patterns to trade with day traders. This was pretty much a textbook bull flag. I got out here. I just missed the good entry on this, which was going to be around 870 with a stop out, just below that. 870 was a good time to get in. It went all the way up, almost $1 a share on the next 1 minute candle. This would have been a just beauty of a trade, but I missed it. You have to be quick when you're trading momentum. It is literally the name of the game. That's why a lot of traders trading full time. Now I'm using Thinkorswim, which is fine. It's a free platform. I haven't had many issues with it. The occasional issue, but nothing bad. This is where you would want something like Lightspeed, where you can just boom, boom, in, out, just instantaneously before we even see the bid and ask. I mean, that's definitely a platform you would want for trading momentum. So right here was a beautiful bull flag, nice setup. And taking a look at DPW, this had a catalyst. Now, the only two stocks that had a catalyst this morning, well, other than BLIN, was this one. OSAT had a nice catalyst, a very good catalyst, and BLIN had a catalyst. I'm not really sure on the other stocks if they had catalysts or not. I'm sure some of them did, but those were the three that I really liked. And this one has pulled back a lot, okay? So I got in on this candle here at $2.48 and sold, by the way, 500 shares, and sold into this first sense of, choppiness that we started to see resistance. That's where I just took my position off. At that point, I was up about $170 or so. So it was a very, very good trade in about 10 minutes or so. It started off slow and then just started to ramp up. Now, the catalyst on DPW was really, really strong. They absolutely destroyed their earnings. Their revenue was $62 million in the second quarter, up from $5.4 million a year earlier. The CEO said we're in the strongest position of our company's 52-year history. Just a lot of really, really great things coming from this earnings report. And this is a stock, believe it or not, that I've done well with in the past. It's a stock that is a very, very good value right now. I know it's only trading at $2.44, I guess, right now. But the amount of money they make, they are so far undervalued at the moment. It's crazy. It's just because they're below $5, they're below $10. They don't have any institutional, buying yet. This is definitely a company, though, that you guys should just do research on. It could be a decent company for maybe 5 times your money. If you want to just, take a small position, if you want $2 is the low on it, that has support. So it's very, minimal downside, and they're doing really good things. So this is DPW. I traded this one specifically on the news catalyst with the earnings. I just, I shouldn't say, I was going to say I knew that this was going to go up, but I had a 99% probability that this was going to go up. That's why I took 500 shares, not 100, not 200, not 300, but I took 500. When I see an A+ setup, I'm going to take more share size. So that's about it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope maybe you're learning a thing or two. You know, when I was learning how to trade, you know, I had my father actually teaching me how to do it when I was really young, teaching me how to invest and all that. But when you watch videos on trade recaps, especially with momentum trading, you can really pick up a lot of good information. And I hope that's what you guys are getting from my channel. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you back on the next one. Take care.